Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is the first look show. Really pumped to get into this slate. We have 11 games and some fun matchups. I know I say that every slate. It's just because I love basketball, but there are some legit good matchups for this slate. And we have 4 picks for you. We're going to go over our recap. We're going to talk about the sponsors. But before we get into any of that, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. It's really simple. Just put that code in and up to $100. If you deposit the whole 100, you'll get 200 to play with. They're just going to match what you put in. So take advantage of it. 200 bucks to start with. That's the way to go. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be able to hit these plays before they get bumped or removed, because it happens a lot. So if you want that value, and on top of that, another reason to have your notifications on is we've been dropping slips to the community section. So on your mobile app, if you are subscribed and the notifications are on the YouTube app, you'll see we'll post like a screenshot and the copy and paste link to slips. I put a demon slip in there tonight, and we were really close. We were like single digits on like a couple props away from hitting like it was like a 99x. So we're going to be dropping more stuff like that for Chalkboard, Underdog, and Prize Picks. So it's just another reason to be subscribed, guys. We'll drop some free plays via the mobile app as well. Cool. So let's get into the plays as far as talking about what we're taking. I'm taking Bogdanovic over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Feel great about that. And we're going Victor Wembanyama over 1.5 3-pointers made to start us off in first look. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I just had to resize these little pictures here for you guys real quick. But I'm taking Jonathan Kuminga for over 2.5 assists and Kyrie Irving for over 4.5 rebounds.
All right. And we're getting pumped over here because it's almost League of Legends time. I mean, we already have a slip that started, but if you guys, I mean, we weren't pushing it so much when we first started the channel because we didn't want to be one of those channels saying like the real value is in our Discord. Like you would have cashed if you were in our Discord. But there is a little bit of truth to that. We've been getting into rhythm as a community in there, and we've been salvaging some of these nights. We had several slips hit that were in the Discord. We had some Chalkboard, we had some Underdog. There was even a little bit of Prize Picks in there because we had a lot of close calls on our night tonight. But 50 cents a day, go through the link in the description of the video and come join us in there because it's just a different Discord than it was before. At this point, we've added more channels. We're covering a lot of esports now. It's just a really good hang in there. So if you're interested in checking that out, there's a link in the description of the video. Just make sure you go up to server subscriptions once you're in Discord, subscribe, and then it'll unlock all the channels. Let us know once you're in there, and we'll kind of show you around, let you know how everything works. But we probably dropped, no joke, like between all of us, like 8 or 10 slips, like full slips in there tonight. Had some close calls and had some cash. So come hang with us. It's a really good time. But cool. So all right. So let's get into the recap real quick. So we had a really close night. We dropped a 6-man for you guys. I'll go over mine. Vince Williams Jr., he started so hot. Like he had 4 assists right out of the gates. We took him for 6 or more. And I was feeling so good about this. And then the blowout just got so nasty. And he still had a decent amount of minutes, but he just didn't get it done. He went to 5 and just called it. But I was like so confident in this play because he was playing so well in the first half. Jaren Jackson Jr., we took his turnovers. It was the same situation. He got 2 right out of the gates. He got his 3rd one, and then the blowout was just so bad they didn't come back in. I'm like, dang, dude, that's just the worst because I was feeling so good. But Emmanuel quickly ended up cashing those rebounds. We felt really good about that. He went for we took him for 3.5 rebounds, and he went for 5. He also hit his demon. Oh no, he missed his demon by like 0.5. But anyways, yeah, had 2 close calls, ended up going, mine went 1 and 2, unfortunately, but I'm feeling good though, because I know we're getting close here. How'd you do, Jordy?
Yeah, I went 2 and 1 on my end. I was really close to the sweep on my end, but I just missed by 0.5 on one of the plays. That 0.5, I'll start off with the bad news. was Usar Thompson. We took him for over 10.5 points and assists. I thought this was going to cash because he got 2 assists really early, and that was a good sign for us. He just didn't shoot a whole lot. He went 3 for 5 from the floor, and one of those was a 3-pointer. So he had 7 points on the night, and he had 3 assists. He got so close. He 0.5 us. He ended with 10, and we needed him just for one more of something. It's crazy how sometimes Vegas just knows these lines, man. Like, they got us by 0.5 again. It's killing me. But yeah, we ended up just missing on that one. But we took Josh Hart. This was a really funny one. We took him for over 13.5 rebounds and assists, and he got his last one with 2 seconds on the game clock in the fourth quarter. So he was gonna 0.5 us too, and I was pretty bummed about that. And then he ended up snagging the last one right at the end of the game. So I was like, all right, that'll work. So we got that one. And we also took De'Aaron Fox for over 9.5 rebounds and assists. He went for 14. The Kings look really good. That was a great game between them and the Heat tonight. I was really impressed with the way the Heat played without Jimmy Butler and those guys. And I don't think Terry Rozier played either, did he?
No, I think he was out tonight.
Yeah, so that was a pretty impressive win by the Heat to get that one done. De'Aaron Fox is playing like he really wants it this year, and he's getting way more rebounds and way more assists. So that's a play we'll have to keep going back to if it stays around the 9 and the 10.5 range. I'm comfortable with it at either of those lines, honestly.
Yeah, that whole team looks really good right now. Like post All-Star break, you're seeing what teams are getting serious about cleaning things up, and the Kings are leading the charge on that because Sabonis,
triple-double machine, that guy.
Yeah, and he like, you see such a difference on effort and hustle from that team versus other teams. But the Heat played great tonight. That was such a fun game. We had some slips in the Discord where we took Keegan Murray's dunk, his like single dunk. It was at 0.5, and he got that with like a minute left. Everyone was like, our Discord, like it's like if they don't cash in the first quarter, everyone's in the chat just going like, oh, he sold. I'm like, dude, every time I take him, I'm like, dude, chill out. Like, and I was just like keeping it together, and then in the last minute he cashed it, and it was so funny. Like, everyone was like, oh my god, he did it. But we had a good time tonight. Cool. So yeah, and also it's hilarious because you keep calling De'Aaron Fox De'Arian.
I know De'Aaron. There's some names that like I kept calling Mike Connolly, and everyone was roasting me over that. I'm like, sometimes my brain just like, I don't know, that whole Zalking thing.
De'Arian. Every time you say De'Arian, for some reason I just think of Game of Thrones. Like, it's like I don't know. Yeah. All right, cool.
De'Aaron. Yeah. I'm saying De'Aaron. It's just easier to roll off, I guess.
Hey, just do your thing, man. But all right, so we're gonna get into these breakdowns now, and before we do, we just want to tell you guys about Daily Grind, one of our official sponsors. Our favorite. They've been with us from the beginning. They believed in our channel, and they were fans of the channel. They told us that firsthand, and it meant a lot to us. So we looked into what their products are, and we were like, this is a perfect fit for us. We would love to use this DFS optimizer every single day, and I've been putting it to work at night, man. All these slips that we've been dropping in the Discord late night, that thing is just priceless as far as like once you learn how to use it. Really great tool. They're giving all of our viewers 25% off your first month, and that's not just on the DFS optimizer, that's on any of the tools they offer. So if you want to go for the whole bundle, you can save a lot of money if you take advantage of that code. So make sure you just put code BACKDOOR in the promo code section as you sign up, and they'll give it to you for 25% off your first month. Really killer deal. Definitely take advantage of that. Just dgfantasy.com, or you can go through the link in the description of the video. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Bogdan Bogdanovic. I'm gonna have to refresh. Okay, also, this is the second time someone has called us out, and they're like, it's called the total, it's not called the over under. I'm like, it's called both, bro. Like, if you look it up, like, I know it is called the total, but I don't want to say, let's check the total. Like, I just don't want to. I want to say, let's check the over under. And if you look it up, I mean, like, it's kind of goofy that I have to even explain this, but it's referred to as both, like the over under, the OU. Like, check it out. We're not failing here. This is a legit what it's called. But anyways, let's check the over under on this particular game. It's going to be relatively high, obviously, because it's the Hawks. So we got 237.5 over under with the Hawks favored by 3. So this will definitely be a game I'm excited to get pieces of. We have no Trae Young, and Nyeke Okonkwo is still going to be out, I believe. Let's hop over to Outlier and take a closer look. You can see immediately why I'm very excited about this play. He's gone over 8 out of his last 10 games. I was originally looking at his rebounds. I'll show you guys that real quick. This is a great play too if you'd rather just take the rebounds. 3.5. He's gone over this 7 out of his last 10. And I love seeing consistency in the most recent games. And he's gone over it 4 out of his last 5. So if you're interested in the rebounds, it's a good play. I was really torn between these, but they are 6th in rebounds allowed. So I wanted a little bit of insurance there. And then the rebounds and assists is just 4 more. He's been hitting that as well, and he has a killer matchup for the assists. So I feel like the assists can be just a little bit of insurance because he's capable of going, like 4 or 5 assists, no problem. But with Trae Young out, and we'll double check this injury report here. Yeah, Trae Young is out, left finger surgery. Nyeke Okonkwo is out, but that doesn't really affect us too much because he plays the center position. But I just think that Bogdan is going to get a little bit more usage here with Trae out. He's averaging over his last 5, 30.3 minutes per game. But if you look at that last game against Orlando, all the way up to 35.5 minutes. So that extra 5-minute bump makes a big difference. And I think he's going to at least see that one more night with Trae Young out. But I'd imagine like left finger surgery sounds like he may be out for extended period of time. But he's only averaging 2 fouls a game. So no concerns about getting into foul trouble and, getting his minutes shortened. Feeling great about this. He just did this against some, he does it against easy teams and he does it against difficult teams too. Like he went for 9 against Houston, 8 recently against Orlando, 9 against Toronto. So I'm feeling good about this play, especially for first look. That's what first look is for, these types of plays, in my opinion. If we hop over to Daily Grind, we take a look at what they have to say about it. They have it favored to go over at 51.2% odds to hit the over at a -124. Nothing too crazy, but definitely juiced in the right direction. We've got Caesars all the way up at a -131. So a little bit of mixed emotions here. I'm feeling good about it. And you can see right below that is those rebounds at just 3.5 if you feel more comfortable with that. And if you don't want to take either of these, just fade it. It's no big deal. This is just what I'm getting into is I'm going to go rebounds and assists over rebounds because I just like that little slight edge. So that's going to be the first play. Next play, Victor Wembanyama, 1.5 3-pointers. It's just, I think it's because he hasn't been, I don't know. I think that they're like bumping this down because of the matchup maybe, but this, we were like, this was always on our radar for a minute there. Like a couple of weeks ago, you guys probably remember, like if you catch this at 1.5, it's just an automatic, we're just taking it automatically, typically. So I'm happy to see it at 1.5. Take a look at this over under. Granted, I'm sure this game could get ugly, but I think he'll get his minutes. They're still developing him. So we got a 224.5 over under with the Minnesota Timberwolves favored by 13.5. So this could turn into a blowout. It definitely could. So keep that in mind. If you're uncomfortable with the play, just fade it. But my thought on it is, with Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, with all that size in the paint, I think he might be more inclined to shoot some threes. If you take a look at this, he's gone over at 7 out of his last 10. 3 of those games he went for 3. And even the 2 most recent that he missed, he still had 1 3 in that. So 1 more would have done it. If you look at this matchup, it's great. Against the center position, they're 21st in 3-pointers allowed. Granted, there's not like a ton of centers in the NBA that are shooting 3-pointers, but how that is like absolutely in his tool bag. And he might just be more inclined to just shoot from the outside a little bit and not deal with Rudy and Cat on the inside. No one wants to deal with Cat on the inside. So, but he's averaging 28. He's averaging 28 minutes a game right now, and just 1.3 fouls. shooting just under 5 attempts from the 3-point line per game, and shooting 38%. So averaging just under 2 per game. But yeah, this makes me feel great seeing that 7 out of 10. I like this matchup, so I'm going to be rolling with this one for more. And if we hop over to Daily Grind for this play, they do have this favored under just slightly. It's basically a 50-50 shot. Their odds to hit indicator is at a 50.54% odds to hit, and it's just at a -117. So they're kind of like, there's just a lot of mixed emotions about this across the platforms that have this available. So some are favoring it slightly over, some are favoring it slightly under. Just go with your gut, but I'm feeling great about that play. By the way, this app Outlier, if you're interested in checking it out, we've partnered up with them, and there's a 7-day free trial. You should definitely go check this out and just explore this app because it gives you so much information. It's pretty crucial to what Jordan and I do every day with the channel. So that's my 2. I'm going to pass it over to you now, Jordy.
Yeah, man. So to get me started here, I'm going to be going with, oops, I got the league game pulled up there. So actually, before I get into my plays, I want to tell you guys about Chalkboard. We are having so much fun with Chalkboard. It has been so much fun. Now that they're doing these protected plays and the fact that you can make your own lines, it's crazy. So to kind of get into detail about what you can do with Chalkboard, I could take this Jonathan Kuminga assist line. If I think he's going to go for more than 3, I could bump it up to like 4.5 and get like a 3.2x for it. Or I could bump it up to just 3.5 and get like a 2x for it. Or if I only think he's going to get 2, I could bump it down to like 1.5 and just get a lower multiplier on it. So it's really interesting. There's so much freedom on that app to do what you want, and it's really cool with basketball, and they have a whole bunch of other sports on there as well. And it's been a really fun time, and we're hooked up with them now, and we're partnered with them. So if you guys want to get a 100% deposit match, that is the offer they're giving you guys. So it's just like Prize Picks. If you go and use code backdoor at sign up, they will match your first deposit up to $100. So if you put in 100, you get another 100 to play with. So it's a really cool deal. Definitely go check them out. Their shield play option has been really clutch, and it's been a lot of fun. So all right, let's get into my Prize picks here. So I'm taking Jonathan Kuminga for over 2.5 assists. I love that they had this line out. He's pretty consistent in this category, at least getting his 3. And against Washington, obviously there's going to be blowout potential. I haven't even checked this line, but I'm sure it's 15.5. 10.5 is not bad. 242 over under with a 10.5 point spread in favor of Golden State. So that is not going to get the starters on the bench. So we're not worried about 10.5 points. Obviously it could get out of hand just depending on how the Warriors play in this game. But if we go ahead and look at Kuminga, this is a great matchup for him too. They're 16th in assists, giving up 4.6 assists a game, and he's done this in 12 out of 20 games. In the head-to-head, he's hit it once, missed it once, but in this most recent game he had it done in 27 minutes, and he almost had it done in 13 minutes the last time. So obviously he's getting way more minutes than that now. He's part of the crew, so he's getting at least 25 minutes a game. He's averaging 27.3 over the last 5. Just because Wiggins is back now, there's no real injuries anymore with the Warriors, so they're pretty healthy now. So he's back down to about 25 minutes a game, but we feel comfortable with this line here. 8 out of his last 10 games, he's gone over this, so I feel really good about this one. If we look at this play on Daily Grind, it is juiced to go over at a 51%, just even chance to go over, and a -123. I feel really good about this one, so I'm taking that one for the over. And then my next play is Kyrie Irving for over 4.5 rebounds. He's also done this in 5 out of his last 5 games. He's done this in 9 out of his last 10 and 16 out of the last 20. I mean, the dude is super consistent in this category. It's pretty crazy that this line is still so low, because there's games where he goes for 9 rebounds. I mean, look at this: 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 5, 5. He's going over this line a bunch. So you can look at this green all day. It looks so good. And, he's getting 35 minutes a game. So that's what you want to see. Obviously, it's Kyrie Irving. He's going to be getting the starting minutes. And I feel, like he can get this done. It's a little bit of a tough matchup. Ranked 7th in rebounds to point guards, and they're giving up 5.5. But if you look at this play on Daily Grind too, they feel the same way about it. It's a 53.55% chance and a -136 to go over. So, if we look at the over-under for the last thing here, yes, it is the over-under. Where are we at? It is a 233 over-under with a 4.5 point or a 4-point spread in favor of Cleveland. I think this is going to be a really fun, competitive game. Obviously, it's going to be, I think, a little bit of a nail biter just because Cleveland are a very good rebounding team, but I think he can get this done. I mean, he's done it a lot. If we look, there's no head-to-head to look at, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just because he hasn't played a lot over the last 2 years with all the injury and stuff, but he's playing great when he is in. And, now that he's healthy, he's been amazing. So I feel great about this 4.5 line. That's enough for me. And those are the two I'm going with.
Sorry, just took like a big chug of my water and I was like not ready to start talking again.
Sorry.
But yeah, guys, we feel great about these 4 plays. And Jordan was just, before he started, he was bringing up Chalkboard. And honestly, I can't stress it enough. Like if you're on iOS and you haven't signed up for Chalkboard yet, definitely sign up. Like I was a fan of this platform already because the ability to create your own lines, not just create your own lines, but actually adjust the multiplier. Like my favorite thing about it is like I loved the demon plays when they brought those to Prize Picks, but you have no control over those. And the multipliers on Chalkboard are even more generous. Like I had a 6-man slip I dropped in our Discord, and it ended up cashing. They were running a deal on Scotty Barnes at 4.5 rebounds. It was only 1.10x, so just a little bump there, like a small scorcher on Underdog or something. But I was going to take advantage of it and just get that extra multiplier. But I ended up going Emmanuel quickly. I knew that he was going to do great on rebounding, and so his line was set at 3.5, like everywhere else. I bumped it up to 4.5, and they gave me 2.5x for that. I took RJ Barrett over 4.5 assists. They gave me 2.59x. In all, I ended up, and they had that Gary Trent Jr. assist at 1.5. That it was a solid play, but in all, this is a protected play, so it's like a flex play. So it was with that discount with Scotty Barnes, it was still 25x if you hit all 6, and then on the 5 of 6, instead of it being just a double up, it was 4.19x. So it ended up, we're just having a blast with it. So them adding that shielded play option was just a game changer. So definitely check it out. Bets as low as $1. The ability to change your own lines is just like, it becomes addicting. Like it makes the other platforms a little less fun, to be honest with you. So anyways, guys, just want to really relay that to you guys, how awesome it is right now. So definitely check it out. Use code BACKDOOR, get your first deposit matched up to 100. Come and see us in Discord, and don't forget to sign up for Underdog as well. Same thing, use code BACKDOOR. They'll match your first deposit up to 100 and give you instant pick'em specials. Been having a blast with them too. Like I think I just finally got I got the bug or whatever it is that you get when you realize how fun it is when you're playing across multiple platforms, because there are like a pick you see that you might just miss out on Prize Picks. You can just jump over to one of these other ones and grab it, take advantage of it. So anyways, guys, it's been fun. Looking forward to this slate tomorrow. We'll catch you in the Daily Show, and we'll catch you in the Underdog Show. And yeah, that's going to do it. We hope you guys have a great night, and we'll catch you tomorrow.